Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. I figured it would be a good time to walk through another Pathfinder Mythic Path, and this time we're going to go through Angel, which in my opinion has the most powerful spell in the entire game. I had an absolute blast doing a playthrough of Angel, which you can see in its entirety on my channel. But for now, let's go ahead and dive into the build. First level, you want to go ahead and choose Close to the Heavens. Mythic characters that draw their power from good gain an ability to unleash a ray of heavenly light, targeting an ally or a foe within 50 feet as a ranged touch attack. This ray heals allies for 46 plus 2d6 per mythic rank points of damage, or deals the same amount of damage to enemies. Those characters can use this ability 3 times per day, plus 1 extra time for each mythic rank beyond the first. This thing absolutely tears through enemies, especially when you combine it with some of the other things you get on the Angel Mythic Path. At the end of your second level, you're automatically going to get a couple of feats. So you'll be able to summon a Spirit Paladin. This is broken right now in the beta, but I'm sure they'll have that fixed by the time the full game releases. Hard to kill. You don't die until your total number of negative hit points becomes equal to or greater than double your Constitution score. And Heaven's Breath. Mythic characters that draw their power from good become closer to angels, gaining resist acid and cold 20 and an immunity to petrification. Then on your third mythic level, you'll be able to actually select which path you want to follow. So we're going to select Angel. Once you select Angel, you have to decide what to do with its spellbook. If you just select the mythic spellbook, then your caster level will be decided by how high your ranking is on your overall mythic path, which means it could be a very long time before you actually get access to the highest level spells. On the other hand, if you happen to select a class that can combine its spell book with the Angel spell book, it's going to take the caster level from both sides and combine it, allowing you to progress through your spell book significantly faster. So by around level 14, you'll have access to the highest level spells. In this particular case, my class is Crusader. I believe that all clerics are supposed to be able to combine their spellbooks with Angel, but at the very least, Crusaders and Ecclesia Theurges can definitely combine it. I also believe Oracles are supposed to be able to combine their spellbooks with Angel as well. And then at the end of Mythic Level 3, you get access to a couple of more powers. So Sword of Heaven. Angels can imbue their weapons with holy power. Weapons imbued with holy power deal an additional 2d6 holy damage on attacks, while spells and abilities used while holding imbued weapons deal an additional 2 dice of damage or heal an additional 2 dice of damage. You can summon Spirit Paladins, and you also get Angelic Halo. Each ally within 50 feet of the angel gains a bonus equal to half the angel's mythic rank plus 1 to AC and saving throws against attacks made or effects created by evil creatures. And then at mythic level 4, you get to add another property to your Sword of Heaven. Abolish disease. Weapons of the angel become a bane to all diseases. A creature wielding them becomes immune to diseases. Healing spells cast by that creature now remove all diseases from the target and also remove fatigued, exhausted, sickened, and nauseated conditions. Creatures that apply diseases on attacks or are otherwise closely linked to diseases suffer an additional 50% of damage from the wielder as holy damage. Abolish guile. Weapons of the angel become a bane to all guile. A creature wielding them become immune to compulsion effects. Healing spells cast by that creature now remove all mind-affecting effects from the target. Creatures that commonly use compulsion suffer an additional 50% of damage from the wielder as holy damage. Abolish poison. Weapons of the angel become a bane to all poisons. A creature wielding them becomes immune to poisons. Healing spells cast by that creature now remove all poisons from the target and heal all ability damage and ability drain. Creatures that apply poison on attacks or are otherwise closely linked to poisons suffer an additional 50% of damage from the wielder as holy damage. Abolish undeath. Weapons of the angel become a bane to all undeath. A creature wielding them becomes immune to death effects and energy drain. Healing spells cast by that creature now remove paralysis and all negative levels from the target. Undead creatures suffer an additional 50% of damage from the wielder as holy damage. Bestow the divine. Angel can now imbue weapons of others with the same holy power. Angel can still imbue weapons of only one creature. Everlasting Flame. Sword of Heaven now lasts for 1 minute per mythic rank. Grand Blessing. Additional damage and healing from Sword of Heaven are now maximized. Guide the Faithful. Attacks with the imbued weapon now mark the target for 1 minute, making the target visible, giving the target a -40 penalty to stealth checks and a -4 penalty to AC. And then at the end of level 4, you also get access to another summon. At Mythic level 5, you can add another property to your Halo. Blinding Light. Whenever Angelic Halo is active, an enemy that attacks the angel first time in a round must pass a Fortitude saving throw, DC equals 10 plus twice the angel's mythic rank, or be blinded for 1d4 plus 1 round. On a successful saving throw, the enemy becomes dazzled for 1 minute. Burning Bright. Whenever Angelic Halo is active, all demons and undead creatures in the 50-foot area suffer 2d6 plus mythic rank points of holy damage each round. Flame of Life. While Angelic Halo is active, whenever an ally suffers damage, they receive fast healing equal to Angel's mythic rank for 1 round. Piercing Rays. Whenever Angelic Halo is active, all enemies in a 50-foot area suffer a penalty to spell resistance equal to 1 plus 1/2 the Angel's mythic rank, as well as a penalty to all saving throws equal to the half the penalty to spell resistance. Solar Winds. Whenever Angelic Halo is active, all allies in the 50-foot area get a bonus to fire, cold, acid, and electricity resistances equal to 5 per Angel's mythic rank, and a bonus to sonic and negative energy resistance equal to 3 per Angel's mythic rank, as well as a bonus to force, unholy, holy, and divine resistance equal to the Angel's mythic rank. Unfailing Beacon. Whenever Angelic Halo is active, the angel doesn't suffer any damage from the allied spells that have an area of effect. If the angel is within such a spell's range, it becomes empowered, as though using the Empower spell feat, and the DC of the saving throws against it is increased by 2. And then at the end of Mythic level 5, you get an additional summon. So looking at Mythic level 6, which is the last Mythic level I can show you, obviously we get to choose another property for Sword of Heaven. And then if you open up the progression, you can see we're going to get 2 more Mythic abilities, 2 more Mythic feats. We will continue to get summons on every Mythic level. There will be 2 more opportunities to improve the Sword of Heaven, and at least 2 more opportunities to improve the Halo that you get. And at the end of Mythic level 6, along with getting an additional summon, you also get Sword of Holy damage. Whenever Sword of Heaven is active, this ability allows the angel to transform all damage dealt by the angel into holy damage. Okay, so now that we've chosen the mythic paths, let's go ahead and go through the angel spellbook. Keep a couple of things in mind. First of all, I feel like the angel spellbook is pretty much trash until level 6, to be completely honest with you. But then at level 6, it jumps up from trash to just about godlike. And by level 9, there's no question that it's godlike. Number 2, keep in mind that a lot of the spells that you get from the angel spellbook are actually already available to the cleric. They just might not be available to your particular cleric depending upon what domains you chose. So you're going to see a lot of things that you've probably already seen before. All right, with that, let's go ahead and go through this. So at level 3, you get access to Grant Repose, Shield from Demonkind, and Ward from Disease. At level 4, you get access to Blade of the Sun, Pure Form, Ward from Disease Communal, and Repel the Profane. At level 5, you get access to Cleansing Flames, Ward from Harm, and Ward from Unclean Communal. At level 6, you get access to Ward from Weakness, Ward from Harm Communal, Holy Hymn, which I actually really like. It gives your allies a +2 luck bonus on attack rolls, weapon damage rolls, saves, and skill checks, while each of your foes take a -2 penalty on such rolls. Agnes of the Faithful, your one ally is granted the combined effect of Shield, Shield of Faith, Protection from Arrows, Displacement, and Resist Fire, Cold, Electricity, Acid, and Sonic spells for 1 minute per caster level. And then the spell that I feel like is pretty much the creme de la creme of Angel, Bolt of Justice. I'm sure you all have heard me talk about this before. I'll let you read through all of this, but the important thing to realize is that the more powerful your enemy is, the more powerful this spell becomes. All the way up to if your enemy is a demon lord, evil dragon, or a powerful undead such as a lich, this spell just goes absolutely bananas. At level 7, you get access to Sunmarked, Radiant Ground, Wall of Light, And then ward from weakness is really awesome. All allies in a 20-foot radius gain immunity to fatigue, exhaustion, nauseated, sickened, disease, poisoned, ability damage, and ability drained for 10 minutes. Or if you choose the correct Mythic Path option, you can get this to last for 24 hours. At level 8, you get Gale of Life, Solar Chains, Avenger's Blessing, and then you get access to Storm of Justice, which is just like Bolt of Justice, except it does the effect to all enemies in a 30-foot burst. And then finally at level 9, you get access to Sun Form, Bring Back, and then Fortress of the Faithful, which works just like Agus of the Faithful, except it applies to all allies in a 20-foot radius for 1 hour or 24 hours. And finally, Wrath of the Righteous. All demons in a 40-foot radius around the caster make a will saving throw. If it's failed, the demon is dealt 10 damage per caster level. If the saving throw is successful, the demon is dealt 1d6 damage per caster level. This power is absolutely fantastic. The only reason I put Bolt of Justice over it is that this only works against demons, whereas Bolt of Justice works against any creature that is evil, period. All right, and that is the overview of the Angel Mythic Path. Hope all of you enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and leave me a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you have any questions or there's something I didn't go over, please go ahead and leave me a comment down below. I'll be happy to help and explain anything that we weren't able to get to. See you all in the next video. Take care.